Darren Bezani, who's the Director of L&D at LexisNexis. Darren gave a very interesting presentation this morning, and he's agreed to just answer a couple of questions here. Darren, you were talking about the L&D journey at LexisNexis, and you started off by talking about something that seems quite straightforward, really, is about the idea of how we actually learn and why it's important we understand how people in the organisation learn. Could you just expand on that a bit?
Yeah, it's really important to us to understand that with the advent of technology and how people use technology these days, it's just so different. So even though we're of a mature age, I'm not as old as I look, but it's one of those things that we may have learnt from a book, or we may have learnt from technology. And as our generation's growing, so my son at 5 he only learns in technology. That's what he does all day. So he uses touchscreen computers. He's using my iPad more than I'm using it, if I'm honest. And he's using my iPhone. His whole way of interacting is just blended in that approach, but it's just technology being used. We've got other people that are, sort of 35, 40 that learn from books. And actually, that's their preferred style. Their default style is to go and look something up or ask someone before they then start using technology in that sense.
So you also talked about the sustainability of learning interventions and the role of managers there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sustainability, yeah, it's one of those things that we often think learning is a point where we just go to and be done to. It's give me some knowledge, do something to me, and then I call it some sort of initiative. And quite often organisations become initiative-based, so this is the initiative, and then in 3 months' time there'll be some new thing, and there'll be another initiative, and then in 6 weeks' time after that there'll be another one. What doesn't happen is that I learn that initiative and I might as well forget it, because the old adage, if you don't use it, you lose it, comes in. So I've learned that's nice, what a fun day, and then I'll go and learn something else the next time, and that's nice, what a fun day. Yeah. But we don't actually secure the knowledge or sustain that knowledge. So we think it's important that our managers understand the technology, understand what they're learning, understand the use of that capability, and then coach it in and continue to sustain the development of our people.
That's great. And you also, a final point, you touched on the fact that L&D needs to spend a lot more of its time marketing and communicating what it's doing in terms of e-learning.
What's that?
Yeah.
What is that? It's probably a question. No, so I used the build it and they'll come thing from Kevin Costner's Field of Dreams movie. It's an immortal saying, but actually it's just not true. I think we can build it and people just don't come. So my important thing for them is, how do we keep people knowing what's available? How do we keep them up to date on, look, these are some new courses that have come on, or how do we give them the knowledge of what they need to know when they need to know it, as opposed to, look, just go there and eat all you can. It just doesn't work, because I use the example of my wife, where she would just constantly say, I've got nothing to wear. And she's got wardrobes and wardrobes of clothes. Mm-hmm. And as a man, personally, I look at it and go, look, how can you have nothing to wear? You've got 400 pairs of shoes, but no shoes to wear, apparently. And it's exactly the same with our learning courses. We've got 3,000 different courses, 24,000 different books, but people say, there's nothing to learn. So it's about communicating with them and keep them up to date with what's available now, and where do I go and get it.
Brilliant. Darren, thanks for your time.
No worries.